Hey, it's Mo Crawler again, and we're gonna do a little bit of a rig breakdown. I told you guys I'd go through the rigs that I have and just tell you about them, what I've done, how they started, how they came to be where they are now. This is Sport. You can see by his license plate. This is Sport. This is a TRX4 Sport. I'll show you some of his tricks while we've got him. This is again the Mias 8A, but he's got lights, so headlights, ambers, the light bar. He's got tail lights as well, and then rock lights you can see underneath. And it's the TRX4 Sport light package that goes with the Sport body. I guess one more kind of party trick is like I have on most of my rigs now. You can you see down in there? You see the 12.3. So that's through the dash. That's a voltmeter that I added. So I think that's it for the party tricks. I mean, he'll go real slow. He's a Hobby Wing Fusion Pro. So we'll get some more lights on here, and we'll get the body clips out. I'll show you once I get this thing off. But you know, kind of one of the not great things about it is the wiring, right? So there's one for the lights, and then here's another. Come on now, for the voltmeter. I just kind of stash that one up under there. This is an axial single driver interior, and it just got it velcroed in. He's got some scale bits in there. There's that there's his little dash voltmeter. It's got the Traxxas, you know, kit for lights. So got a box back there, and then all the lights up here. It's got the Traxxas snorkel mirrors. These are, I don't know what these are from. I got these. I don't know. It's an RC four-wheel drive piece, I think. This is just a cheap little. This is actually a 1/24th scale antenna. That I think is actually 1/10 scale, or it works for 1/10 scale at least. He's got some windshield wipers, and he's scaled out fairly well. He's got some. Oh, it's on a Velcro hinge now. He's got some, you know, scale bits in the bed there. But you can see there, so magnet and your body clips, and they stay if you just glue a magnet to the underside of your body. Works pretty well. So oh, he's got one more party trick that I forgot to talk about. So I've said on some my other videos I like this three-way switch. So he does have a servo winch. It's a little Injora. It works pretty well. It's not the fastest, it's not the strongest, but I never use it. It's just because I think winches are cool. So we'll shut him down, unplug him. I'm just doing an Ovonic 2200 pack on him. Gets a couple hours, I mean, well, at least a solid hour plus, hour 15 or so out of that 2200. If you're just, you know, kind of trailing lightly. As I said, Hobby Wing Fusion Pro is the power plant. It's a stock Traxxas TRX4 Sport transmission, so the gearbox is entirely stock. The drive shafts are stock. The axles the rear axle is entirely stock. I did change that out to a chrome. It was red originally, so this started as a TRX4 Sport RTR. Stock bumper, I replaced these with some metal ones. I think they were red plastic when I got them. Added some little tailpipes. I believe this is the front bumper mount. Flipped upside down, or maybe it's right side up, I don't remember. But as a TRX4 Sport RTR, when I got it, it did not have fenders, inner fenders. So there were no inner fenders on this truck as purchased. So these have been added, and they've been modified, narrowed slightly to drop a different body onto it. Actually, it was a Bronco at one point, which required to cut these down quite a bit. The Proline Bronco body is a 313 wheelbase, just like the Sport, so it does fit, but you do have to modify if you want to have the inner fender wells. So these probably aren't necessary. These cuts here probably don't need to be there with the body I'm running currently, but whenever I first put them on, the first body I was running, it did require that. So probably the biggest difference between this and a factory Sport is this battery tray, as you can see, is gone. It's entirely cut out, and I actually cut out some of this cross brace here as well. But other than that, I mean, so these sliders are GRC. I don't know if those are even still around. I don't see that GRC brand much anymore. But so those are replaced. The skid is a what is the name of this skid? It's the high clearance skid for TRX4. It's the plastic one. Bowhouse. It's a Bowhouse skid. The links are all stock links. They've never been changed. The shocks are factory shocks. They've never been changed. The springs are different. The springs are element springs. Actually, they're green stripe element springs, which are roughly equivalent, I would say, to a Traxxas yellow stripe. The green stripe elements are pretty close to a Traxxas yellow stripe, I would say, because I think that's what I had on here before, and I think that settle and kind of the ride height and everything is about the same. And I don't even really recall why I switched over to those springs. The yellow stripe Traxxas GTS springs are sometimes hard to get, so maybe I had access to those and not the others. I don't recall exactly. Let's see. So the knuckles and C-hubs are Samex aluminum. The outer portal covers are Samex brass. That's an ARB, I think it's an RC four-wheel drive ARB branded front diff cover. Everything else is factory. This part here is not. So the bumpers are factory, but this is a 3D printed servo mount, and you can mount 2 servos in it, so you can get a winch servo. I had to build this out of just some brake line and I don't know, some link that I found. I'm not sure what this link is for. It's probably a drag link. It looks like, I mean, it's TRX4 ends, and it's dark colored like it was originally a TRX4 link, so it might be the panhard off of one of these. I'm not sure. Anyway, I cut out the front tray to accommodate this, but I put it in there basically in half form to just keep this front a little tighter together. But that gets my winch line up high enough, and it feeds in and spools up correctly, rather than just being wrapped around the base or whatever. So that was a problem that I fixed just through adding some stuff. This front bumper mount, the front bumper mount is a 3D printed piece too. I ordered it. It's a 0-0, so it's flush with the end of the chassis, and it's the same height. That gets this front bumper up quite a bit. I made this fair lead out of a piece of aluminum. It's got the Traxxas light bar. It's got the Traxxas, the whole kit. So this box and the rock lights and the light bar and the headlights and taillights that are in the body, they're all part of a kit that you can get for the TRX4 Sport. I actually don't love this kit, the light kit. I mean, it fits really well. Like, I mean, you can see the wires are, you know, appropriate lengths, and so it's a really nice kit. What I don't like about it is once you feed power to this box, all the lights come on. Period. End of story. You can't select which ones, as far as I can tell. There are some more modules that you can buy with this light kit, but I believe those are for other trucks that have, you know, I don't know, other lights, right? So Defender may have different lights. I don't know exactly what they're for, to be honest with you, but I know that I like to be able to turn my lights on and off with my remote, and I can do that with this, but it's all or nothing. I can't turn on the rock lights separate from the, you know, head and tail lights separate from the light bar. It's either everything or nothing, which, I mean, it's better than just having them on all the time. I don't like that, especially with this light bar. It's just too bright. It's obnoxious if it's on all the time. So anyway, that's the whole thing, I believe. These are factory Canyon Trails. They're on Crawler Canyon Customs, so it's a Tim 10 inner, but Proline. So a Proline dual stage. Just picture that. Tim 10 is just a cheap Amazon brand. It's not even really around anymore, so it doesn't really. You can't find them. You can look them up, but you can't buy them anymore. I don't know what happened to the company that was doing it, but you used to be able to buy basically a knockoff version of a Proline dual stage foam. So it's got that blue kind of hard foam insert in the center, and then the Prolines have a white, softer single stage foam that goes around that to fill out the tire. And so what I do is I get that inner, that blue inner. You can get them from on Amazon. Just if you just search, you know, 1.9 dual stage foam, you can find them. They're fairly cheap, and actually the Prolines came down in price, so they're probably not that much more than the ones you can get on Amazon now. But anyway, if you get that, and then you get fridge foam, so fridge mat foam, you put fruit on it. It's a real squishy foam, and you cut strips out of the sheets. You can then wrap, you put down carpet tape, and then wrap it in a layer of foam, put down another layer of carpet tape, wrap it in a second layer of foam, and that is a Canyon Custom Soft, is what that gives you if you do that, right? So it's a hard foam or solid foam inner with a fridge foam, dual layer of fridge foam outer, which makes them kind of squishy. They call them Canyon Custom Softs. They're vented, 2 holes vented, and these are actually axial plastic beadlock wheels that I believe came on my XJ, my 10.2 kit, that's long since down the road. But I did like the wheels. Now, they're plastic wheels. This thing is not light. It's 7.1 pounds, something like that, I think. So it's not light, and the body is heavy, and it's, you know, it's a portal, so it's, you know, I mean, I've got it sitting as low as I can get it, but it's not like super top heavy, but it's, I mean, it's heavier. It's more top heavy. The center of gravity is not super great. It's a great trail truck, and it's a capable crawler. It's not going to blow your doors off. It's not going to win any competitions, but it is a good crawler. So I would like to have more weight down low. So having lightweight wheels is probably not the best plan, but this thing is already so heavy that I was trying to kind of save weight wherever I could. That was a place where I could, so I did. And they work well. They work fine. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, it's got a Protek 370 TBL is the steering servo. That thing is wildly strong. It's been in here for years now. Never had a problem with it. It's receiver powered, and it works great. I've never, it doesn't brown out. You know, I'm running it on the highest voltage, which is I guess 8.4 that you can get off of the Fusion Pro, but it works. It works great. It's solid, and this winch has been solid too. This is just a cheap Injora full-size servo winch, or no, I'm sorry, it's a half-height servo winch. I believe it's a half-height, yeah. I mean, it's not super strong, it's not super fast, but it works, and it's never, you know, never caused any issues, never stuttered. Let's see, it does have overdrive, so actually it has underdrive gears in the rear diff, the standard gears in the front. These are the original portal gears, original stub axles. Like everything else has never been changed on this guy. He started out life, as I said, as a TRX4 Sport RTR. It was in blue, I believe. Quickly got a paint job into like a matte black, and then became a Proline Bronco, and then became a different Proline Bronco. I don't know if you guys remember, so Exocaged RC had a TRX4 that was a Bronco. It was red and white, and at the time it was just like a line slayer. It was an amazing truck at the time. Today it would be ho-hum at best compared to what guys are doing with RC rock crawlers today. But that was what I was kind of trying to emulate. I didn't copy the paint job or anything, but that was kind of what I was going for. And I've had a ton of fun with this truck. This is the second RC rock crawler that I ever had, and I still probably drive this one more than any other still to this day. The TRX4 Sport is a fantastic platform, fantastic base if you want to build a crawler, if you want to build a trail truck. So today, I would say this is not where to start. The TRX4 Sport is probably not where you want to start if you want to build a really competent, capable, competition-style rock crawler. The axles aren't great for that. They're okay. They are portals. They are very strong, wildly strong. The gears are wildly strong. But there are a lot more axles out there now that have better articulation, better steering angle, lighter, just more adept at serious rock crawling. I would say the Mias Capras, the cheat codes are probably up there with the very best. The Mias Straights, which are F10 copies, they're pretty awesome. F10s are pretty awesome. I've not played around with any of the Vanquish portal axles. I've only really played with their straight axles, but I have no reason to believe they're not pretty awesome as well. And these have wild amounts of reduction in the portals, so that's where all the reduction, really all the reduction in this truck, all the gear reduction comes from the portals. So there's really not any gear reduction in the transmission or in the gearbox in the TRX4 Sport. So if you go to a different transmission, you're pretty okay. But if you go to like straight axles on this gearbox, it's like a basher at that point. They're crazy fast. So I don't know. I mean, it's got its idiosyncrasies. I don't know if I was going to start a competition-style rock crawler today if I would do it with TRX4 components. Now, if you want a trail truck, I think this is the best trail truck you can buy right now, with a possible exception that I'll show in a little bit. But yeah, if you have an opportunity to pick up, and I see these things used now on Marketplace and things like that. I see them used for like $200. And you know, the $200 ones are typically pretty beat up because there's a lot of guys out there that want like $500 for them. And look, they're brand new, they're like $320, right? So But they've thrown brass at them. They've got fancy wheels and they've got expensive tires, and they think that they should get retail prices back of what they paid for those things, which is a ludicrous idea. Once you've bought something and owned it for even 10 minutes, that value has decreased significantly, in my opinion. So, if you can pick one of these things up for 200 bucks, they're a great trail truck. Even if it's rusted, even if it's beat up a little bit, there are tons of aftermarket parts out there, but there are factory replacement parts as well that are very cheap. You can rebuild these very quickly and easily. The electronics that come in them aren't great, but they're not terrible. So if you got one of these used for 200 bucks, put an $89 Fusion SE 1800 in it, and dropped even an Amazon Blue Case, or some servo. Give yourself 75 bucks for a servo, so another 200, let's call it, and you would have an amazing truck. And whatever needs to be done, right? So you probably need to go through the gearbox, probably need to go through the axles, clean everything out, re-grease it, put it all back together, because these are trail trucks. I mean, the guys that run these things are running them through creeks, and they're getting them wet, they're getting them muddy, and so they definitely would need to be gone through, and just some maintenance done on them. But if you bought one for 200 bucks and then put another 200 bucks in it between maybe a set of tires. These tires are great though. These factory tires are great. If you cut them and sipe them, even on the factory, even on the plastic wheels, if you just cut them and sipe them and vent them, well, they're vented on the factory wheels, I guess, so you wouldn't have to do that. But if you just cut them and sipe them, they're pretty awesome tires. So even on the factory foams, they're not terrible. You can heat them up and melt the glue from the factory wheels and break these off of those factory wheels that they're glued to, and then you can mount them to any bead lock you want. And they make really good, they make excellent trail tires. They're not the best crawling tires, but they make excellent trail tires. So, like I said, if you can get one of these things for a couple $100 bucks, throw a couple $100 bucks at it, you're going to be sub 500, and you're going to have a trail truck that will last you forever. I mean, they're super, super robust, and they're really, really nice trucks, actually. So anyway, that's Sport. That's my TRX4 Sport. He's been many things. He is a sport once again. This is one of my better paint jobs, so I'm kind of proud of that. And I like him. He's one of my faves. So thanks.